Hey folks, Marty Nowicki from Impact Snap coming to you from the Turning Stone Resort and Casino in upstate New York. Today we're going to talk about what can I do over the winter months to be ready for next golf season. I'd like for you to have a golf club in your hand 5 minutes a day. I've seen too many players that take 3-4 months off because work gets busy or the family gets busy or something like that, or even my junior golfers, they just forget about it altogether. But I tell them and hound them, have a golf club in your hands for 5 minutes a day. The last thing on earth we want to have happen is come next March, April, or May, you put your hands on the golf club and it feels like a completely foreign object. So even taking your grip, making little waggles, as I'm looking at this, I'm always trying to keep clockwise circles. I think that's really important to get your wrists trained. And this little action is, if I add that into my golf swing, boy, if I wanted to cure over the top over the winter, the more I make that nice little circle. A lot of people, when I have them do that and I film them, they're like, wow, it feels like such a big loop. But when you actually see it on film, you'll see, boy, that's swinging right down the line or from the inside, as we would like to say. So that little circle motion is very valuable. Even if you were to make some little waist-high to waist-high swings, looking for structure. Again, 5 minutes a day is not a lot to ask. I know, especially when it gets snowing outside, people are really longing to have a golf club. I would definitely make sure that you keep a golf club indoors. That way you don't have to go out to the garage and these grips get pretty cold in the winter time. So make sure that you keep a club indoors and that you're able to at least make some waist-high to waist-high swings. When you're doing that, you know that I'm always looking for that lowercase letter y at impact. And I'm looking for a nice elongation, or what we always call our radius, full radius after impact. So that would be a great way to get your body and your muscles and your joints ready to make those changes. I'd also get accustomed to learning how to turn, turning back and turning forward. And I really encourage people to allow their feet, ankles, knees, hips, pelvis to freely move both directions, so that I can get some pressure into the ground to then push off. And these are things that, boy, even at waist-high swings, I can feel the pressure and I can feel how my joints are moving. And then my end result is, boy, I've got two nice long arms right after impact. You would be shocked at how good someone can get. It's the difference between going from a 10 to a 6 just by doing that 5 minutes a day all winter long. Another thing that I would want you to do over the winter months, I don't have my putter with me right now. I left it in the garage by accident. So I'm going to find my putting posture. We've made other videos talking about that. Tailbone back, touch the top of your knees, arms nice and long. And I want you to really feel some structure in your putting stroke. Two nice long arms. You'll feel, I don't want to see the knees moving all that much or the pelvis moving all that much. If you have a light overhead, watch for your shadow to make sure that your head isn't bopping all over the place. And a lot of times I'll put someone right up against the back of a wall so that they can feel, boy, is their pelvis moving from side to side, or is it staying nice and stable? I'd also put a little pillow or something up against the wall, rest your head so you can get a real good sensation of what it feels like to putt without your head moving all over the place. Another great thing to do, even without a golf club, put your head up against the wall and just start making reach backs with your trail arm, and you'll start to elongate your rib cage and get all these muscles stretching. And then after a few of those, I like for people to actually just make a fist and throw it at an angle, about a 45-degree angle. So if the camera's at 0 degrees, my arm is going back at about 45 degrees. Head up against a pillow on the wall so that your head isn't moving. Let your pelvis freely move. Let your knee and femur freely move. And this could be a great exercise to get your body ready for the following year. Again, if my head stayed up against the wall, I'm going to turn, and I want to really get accustomed to stretching those arms out so I can feel it around my shoulders, behind my scapulas. I want to make sure, again, my head would be up against the wall. There's my turn and reach. There's my turn and reach, and I want to get those arms nice and straight. You'd be shocked at what can happen, 3, 4, 5 months down the road with the change in what your body is able to do. I hope that this advice today helped you. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. Keep the comments and questions coming. We love answering them, and that helps us to prepare to make more videos for you. I'm Marty Nowicki, Impact Snap Turning Stone. We'll see you next time.